Episode 15. Wow, I'm fired up. If this is your first time here, welcome to Reppin Fitness. My name is Headstrong, and I'm your host. Today, we've got Mike Doehla, the nutrition wizard behind Stronger You Nutrition. There's even an article about his journey on Inc.com. He's helped thousands start their fitness journey, and now it's your turn. Let's get those reps. Mike, welcome to Reppin Fitness.
What's up, Rick? Thanks for having me, man. This is
absolutely,
awesome.
Absolutely. So when you sold your company, Stronger You, right, and retired from all of this, did you ever think you'd get the call to be on Reppin Fitness?
I was hoping something like this would happen because, you know, after I sold and became full-time dad, I've been watching a lot of Muppet stuff. So this is, I should be a natural.
Oh, great. Yeah, we're going to have a great conversation. I think we're going to help some people today because you help fitness coaches, right? That's what you're doing now.
Yeah, well, not formally, just kind of putting some stuff out there to share the wisdom I learned over the, past almost decade. Doing this.
Incredible. So before we get into it, can we talk a little about Stronger You and how that all happened? Now, I read your article on Inc.com, and you said how it just kind of happened.
Yeah, so the quick story, because I probably told this story, like that could take probably 3 hours if I want to. So I'll do it quick.
Where could somebody get the full story if they wanted to hear it?
Probably the Stronger You radio podcast. Okay. The first episode, I gave like the background of how it started, but I never did a follow-up on how it finished. So the quick story was I had no idea what I wanted to do with life. I liked fitness stuff. I opened a CrossFit garage gym that nobody gave a crap about.
Really?
Nobody cared. It was in New York. It was cold. It was dirty. We didn't really have a bathroom in the gym. We had to.
That's bad.
People had to go through my. They had to either go to the bathroom outside or go through my bedroom.
Whoa!
Probably awkward.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Yeah,
a little weird. Was that
and you don't know what people are doing.
Was that at your house?
Yeah, it was at my house.
Oh boy!
Yeah, it was about 500 square feet. I painted it orange. I bought some equipment with a credit card. Luckily, I got some Black Friday deals. So did that for about 13 months, pivoted to online nutrition because I thought that's what people needed the most. I didn't have to be the guy to train them. I could be the guy to take their food away and help them sleep better and move better and things like that. So did that for about 7 years, scaled to more than 50,000 clients in 50 countries.
Wow.
Had a team of about 80 coaches. And then I sold it, which was never the plan. But, you know, life changes. Wife was pregnant, wanted to be full-time dad and just kind of chill out a little bit. I was a maniac with the business. I had calluses on my fingers from cell phones being in my hand. I have lots of alternative and crazy thoughts about customer service and what people need to do to have success in this industry. And I'm happy to talk about that.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll get into that for sure. Now, as I was looking through your Instagram, which if people aren't already following you, you got to check this out. He's posting stuff all the time to help people on their fitness journey. But you got some kids, and I saw one is already doing push-ups. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're getting their reps.
Yeah,
I love reps. Yeah. That's great. I wish I was getting my reps in that age.
Yeah, right. I don't think I started push-ups until I was like 28. So
So let's get into that. So I was talking to Andrew Coates, and we talked about how AI is changing the game in fitness coaching. Now, what do you think people need to understand as a fitness coach about customer service?
I think they need to be more thorough. I think they need to be more quick. I think they need to be on notice that AI can potentially take their job because once you train these models with the information that we know, it is just going to be a game changer for people, and it's probably going to be a lot cheaper. So I do think if you're not putting in the effort, caring about the clients and being quick and thorough, you're going to be destroyed by AI. So I think people need to really, really pay attention and not just think of it as some robot that people won't trust because it's going to make waves in every industry. And the fitness industry is an enormous one that when you really think about it, isn't helping people do what they come to us for. We have a very low success rate for clients as a whole. Now, don't get me wrong, there are great coaches out there. That's what we used to hire. and many of our colleagues out there are great coaches, but the industry as a whole is suffering. And I think AI is going to be an answer to that suffering.
Right. So, Brick got a little example. This week, I noticed I have something that people call tennis elbow. Right. Maybe I was gripping the bar a little bit too tight and caused a strain, and now I got to change it all up. I went on ChatGPT, and now I got a program that avoids that. Made it pretty easy. I got it in like 2 minutes. Now, if I worked with a fitness coach, I probably wouldn't have got that for like a week. And then I'd be just sitting out, just resting. And I can't miss a day. I got to be in the gym all the time. Now, what are your thoughts on what a fitness coach should be doing to stay in touch with their clients? Do you think an app, or they should be texting? Like, what's appropriate?
Yeah, so I was super controversial at the time, and I don't know if people are coming around to it finally, but I'm very open with giving my cell phone to clients.
Me too.
Me too. Right. There's no better personal connection than someone's phone number. If you're not meeting these people at the coffee shops, which many of us weren't because we were doing it online, you have to give them your contact info. Now, a lot of people also want apps, and we eventually graduated to an app. But at that point, we were a much larger scale. But a lot of fitness coaches aren't that big, and they don't have to mess with all these apps that cost quite a bit of money to develop. They are cumbersome, and they're an extra step for a lot of people. And I think the industry as a whole loves to make their job easier before they make the customer's job easier. And I think they have it backwards. I think when you have a customer who's in need of your services and time and expertise, you need to have this in your hand and in their pocket so you can talk to them quickly. Now, when we think about the challenges that clients have, we can't make contact an extra challenge. If a client is in need, they have to be able to get you quickly. And text messaging and WhatsApp and those services are so much quicker than something in an app. And I think that if you're a coach that isn't going to be quick, you have to understand that you may lose the game of business to coaches who are quick or systems such as AI that are quick. And I know people hate that. People want work-life balance, right? But me and my buddy Andrew Coates, we talk about it all the time. Work-life balance is earned. You do not start with work-life balance. Just like if you want to get more fit, you have to put in the time. I think we're in this weird landscape where everybody is trying to make everything like, what's the lowest common denominator? What's the easiest thing I can do? It's like, no. Success never happened by finding the easiest way to do the thing. It was always doing the hard stuff and helping people and putting in the effort over many years to get that out.
Right. Everyone wants that 30-day fix. We don't got it. Yeah. It don't exist. It's a habit you're trying to form to improve your life. So let's flip this around. Instead of talking about fitness coaches, let's talk about the clients. Now, for someone just starting on their fitness journey, maybe they took a big break and they decided, I probably need a fitness coach. That'll probably help me get on the right track. What are some things you think somebody should consider when figuring out who to work with?
Yeah, that's a tough one. But I always thought as the customer, and I always thought of every purchase or service I was ever interested in. How did I decide? Was it some random ad? Probably not. It was probably someone I liked and trusted who recommended something to me. So I would look around in your local gyms or your offices or wherever where people are maybe into fitness and health and getting better, and ask around and see maybe, who are you using? What are you following? And you may get a bunch of nonsense. So, the AI conversation, if you're getting some questions or you're getting some comments from people who you think you should trust, run it through some of these systems and see if it makes sense. You can go on Instagram, you can go on Facebook, you can go on TikTok, but you might just come across the loudest and most charismatic person with the coolest camera and audio setup. You might not come across the best coach. So look out for what customers of people are saying, not necessarily what the coaches are saying. And that's that was always my angle. How can I get my customers to be the ones that recommend Stronger You and not be the one to recommend it? Because every company and every coach says they're awesome.
Right.
I want, when I'm buying a service or product, I want the customers to tell me it's awesome.
Right. That is a great point. Now, Mike, I was talking to Andrew Coates, right? He's over in Canada. You're up in New York? Is that the case?
Yep.
Now, that means you're here in the U.S., right? How important do you think it is as a fitness coach to have your NASM certification?
I mean, I don't know if it has to be that one. I think you should have some certification just for insurance purposes and some credibility. Now, the argument is always, do you have to be certified? Do customers really care? I don't know. I came across a question the other day in a Facebook group that said, dietitians, I have a question. If I boil zucchini and make a smoothie out of the water, do I get any nutrients? And I joke that, like, I'm not a dietitian, but the answer is no.
Oh.
So you have to think about what these certifications do, what they don't do. So I don't think you need that certification in particular, but you might want to get some certification because at the very least, it's some reinforcement of the beliefs and theories and concepts that you may already know, and it gives you a good scientific background. Now, I think the missing part in the certification game is really like how to coach. I think there's a lot of good certifications out there that's like, here's the information. But with coaching, the missing piece generally is the service piece and the conversations and the empathy and all that fun stuff. And that's where I think people would really benefit, because most of the questions we get as coaches are not the technical things.
Right.
People don't care really about the biochemistry of carbs. They care about, hey, can I eat this food? Or what is a carb? Or, things like that. How do I stop snacking at night? Those are the questions that people
Impossible to do that.
Yeah.
But
you got to go sit out in the woods.
Yeah, really.
And
Meditate.
Away from all
meditate somewhere.
Yeah.
But people need to be talking human to human, like we are.
Yep.
They need to be with that personal human connection. It's kind of like changing your circle, finding somebody that shares some goals. They want to see you motivated. They want to see you push through and crush your goals. So this show, it's called Reppin Fitness. So Mike, we got to talk about reps. Now, did you go to the gym today?
I did not go today. I went yesterday.
Okay.
And right now I'm doing full body a few times a week, so I didn't want to go too late.
Nice. Now, do you have any idea how many reps you got in?
Yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
I could probably tell you rather quickly, but I would have to pause and pick up my phone.
Okay.
So I'm not sure. I did about 6 movements, 3 sets of each, all between 6 and 12 reps.
Nice.
So,
good range.
If anyone wants to do that. Yeah, good range. Pushing real hard. My wife was with me. Super proud of her. She's good at all this stuff. She's in better shape than I am. So.
Now, when you're at the gym, right, and you're crushing those goals, what kind of music you listening to?
Hip hop, usually. Sometimes electronic stuff. Sometimes like heavier rock stuff, but usually hip hop.
Nice.
Yeah, I tried podcasts, but I can't focus, which I think is a good thing because that means I'm probably focusing on the lifts. So, yeah, I need some music, but I think like most people, when we realize while we're lifting, we don't even hear the music. It's pretty much just before and after.
I bring this up a lot. I was talking to Lisa Kay. She's a posing and fitness coach. Just had her on a couple of weeks ago. And one of the things she mentioned was how important it is to have a playlist going into your workout, because if you're taking breaks between sets, trying to figure out, what song do I want to listen to? That's screwing you up. You're getting out of the zone. So you got to go in with a little bit of a plan, So.
Yeah, there's a lot of on Spotify. If you look up like an artist you like, I don't know, Jay-Z, Jim. Like if you search your favorite artist and Jim, you're gonna get something that's
a great point. I'm actually gonna use that because I didn't realize that either. So Jay-Z,
there's so
Jim.
many.
That'll get me going.
Yep, Jay-Z, Jim. You'll see some funny ones. It'll be like Jay-Z Beast Mode, and I'm like, I don't know if anybody says Beast Mode anymore. I think people make
maybe they do. Yeah. But one of the excuses, I don't know what I want to listen to, right? Don't know what I want to listen to. But I hear from people all the time, procrastination, different excuses. What's some of your favorite excuses you hear from people that stop them from going to the gym?
Yeah, so some of these things are there's like a fine line between excuses and good reasons. I've heard, which is related to this, is I forgot my headphones.
Ah,
Well, okay, like okay, I guess you have to listen to the Planet Fitness playlist. It's not the worst thing in the world, and that actually happened to me a couple weeks ago, and I was this close to going home, and I was like, wait, what? Why? Why would I do
was
that?
it because of a
So I
was
just
it because
went.
of a song, or is it just because you're like, oh, I don't know if I could do this?
Yeah, it was oh crap, my headphones were dying. I didn't
Oh,
charge them. And I was like, I need them. And I was like, no, I don't. And I was actually done quicker than I usually would have been.
I,
So, yeah, I mean it's that. It's the machines that I wanted were taken, or maybe kid stuff, which is usually a good reason. That's
yeah.
something if you want to talk about. The game changer for me was when I had kids, I was like, oh crap,
Oh,
man. Like this is really difficult for a lot of people.
right, right,
So there's all sorts of excuses, having a little ailment. Okay, skip that lift, skip that body part. You can still show up,
right. Yeah,
you know?
yeah. That happened to me today. It was one of those days
Yep.
where I knew I had a deload because of my arm. I didn't want to overdo it.
Yep. Yep.
I just kept it light. But that really got me out of the zone. I didn't really want to go. Was this even worth it? But it is.
Well, it's one of those things we like to help people bust through their, little excuses and their reasonings for not doing things. But we forget as coaches sometimes we do the same
Uh,
things, different versions. So like you had a tennis elbow issue and you're like, well, I might as well not do anything. And it's because we're all so obsessed with doing the best thing, not the good enough thing. And that translates to business too. I think a lot of the coaching field wants the quick fixes and the perfect method, but it doesn't exist. And we criticize our clients for searching for that while doing the same exact thing in a different domain, which is business.
yeah, it's a long road to get in great shape.
Yeah.
You need to put in the work, put the reps in. Some reps are better than others, but as long as you're
Yep.
getting those reps, you'll get there. You absolutely will get there. So,
And that's what, you have to do things you like because if you don't, you're not going to do
uh,
it. And that's, like we talk about hypocrisy and stuff like that. It's like, same with me in other areas. If I'm not perfect, I don't even do it. So I can understand why some of our clients might not want to do that. They think that they have to do the absolute best. And, people like to knock CrossFit and Orange Theory and things like that, the group fitness. But that stuff really gets people motivated because it's, to be honest, it's a lot more fun than the best workout
have you done any
methodology.
of those?
And oh yeah, yep. I mean, I started in the CrossFit world. I went to Orange Theory. My wife goes to Orange
Oh,
Theory currently. It's actually pretty cool. The only, the issue is it's like it's not tracked as precisely as like the general lifting programs, and it's a little bit more novelty than like purposeful training. But it is actually really good methodologies for the average person.
now,
So,
I've driven by an Orange Theory. That's what it's called, right?
yep, yep.
Are there actually rowboats in there?
Yeah, not row boats, but rowers, like the
Whoa.
hydro rower. So you might be used to the concept twos. This one, I think it's called hydro rower. It's like like a circle at the base that has water in it.
Whoa.
So pretty cool.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
cool. Sounds relaxing, actually.
yeah. It's anything but
Oh no.
relaxing. It's a rower.
Oh no.
It's hell. Yeah,
I might have to check that out then. Might have to check that out.
yeah. So at Orange Theory, you row, you do some running, and you do some lifting version. So there's usually 3 stations.
Nice. So,
Yeah.
what's retirement like? How you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, it's good. It's weird. It's life is interesting. It's you sell your
Oh,
business, you're financially okay, and then you realize like life is kind of boring, but it's a good boring. It's like a beautiful thing to understand like what the meaning of life is. And it's a lot of it is like family and connection and learning things and friendship and just staying like healthy. So I guess that's my long way to say that a lot of people have what some retired people do have and what they think they want to achieve. So they kind of need to just open their eyes and understand that like what really matters is what you may already have. So for me, it's just like the next chapter of life. I did the grind. I had jobs I hated. I had a business success. I was into it. And then I just realized like I'm a slightly different person now and I just want to chill a little bit. So it's cool. A little lonelier at times because everyone you know is at work or in the gym. But yeah, it's great, man. I have this time with my kids that I will never get back. And when I'm an old man, I can say, well, I'm glad I did that. And yeah, it's crazy. And I'm just trying to like find what I'm into now, which is I just played pickleball.
Oh,
that was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, that's going on around me. There's big leagues here.
I play like this is how crazy I am. I played once and I'm like, I need this. I can do this because you know, a lot of people see me and they're like, oh, he's pretty chill. It's like, no, man, I'm a competitive monster that wants to kick the crap out of everyone.
That's me.
Yeah, I love it. There's something about it. Maybe I'm broken internally, but I love to win at things. I hate losing. Losing sucks way more than winning feels good. So I just want to win at pickleball now. Legos. I love Legos, as you can maybe. Legos are great.
Those are Legos?
Me out, man.
Wow, those look great.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it, man. It's pretty chill. It's uneventful. It's not as exciting as like the internet would make you think. It's very, you know, most people if they followed me around, they'd be like, "This is a pretty boring life," but that's okay because I'm a weird mindful nerd now, and yeah, it's pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
That's great. Congratulations, by the way. That's awesome. That's great that you get to spend so much time with your kids. And you get to kind of pick and choose what you want to do every day. So thanks again for being a guest here on Reppin Fitness. Now, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, maybe some fitness coaches, they want to watch some of your videos or some of your Instagram content, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, just at Mike Doehla. That's where I am. I post here and there. I, engage with everyone that messages me. So just hit me up if you have a question. Just remember, I ran a business that has probably seen every situation in this industry that you could imagine, from coaching to hiring to selling to marketing. So if you have questions about any of that stuff, I think hate to say it like this, but might be one of the more experienced in the field that can help you for free. Just ask a question.
Now, with that said, I have one more question. Let's end it on this. What's one thing a fitness coach can take away from this episode?
Message your clients when they least expect it, just to see how they're doing.
Oh, that's great.
Now, a lot of those people, you have to think, when would people probably like that? When they typically struggle with their nutrition or fitness plan, which is probably at night or on a weekend. So a quick text message, "Hey, Mary, how's it going? Anything I can help with?" Or, "Hey, just thinking about you. You're doing a great job." Like, that stuff goes so far, and those people will do better because you care. They will tell more people because you care, and it just makes your business grow and gives you the opportunity to help more people even greater. So that's my advice.
I love that. And hey, if you're watching Reppin Fitness right now, trying to decide if I'm going to go to the gym, get started on my fitness journey, you're watching this, and that's a great start. You're on the right track. Now let's get those reps and keep crushing those goals. Mike, thank you so much for being a guest on Reppin Fitness.
Thank you so much, Bert.
Thanks for watching Reppin Fitness. And hey, if you want more reps, go get them. I put some right over here. If you're not watching on YouTube, this might not make sense. So just watch whatever the suggested video is that follows this. We'll see you on the next episode.